Now go to the Google Meet page.
Yeah, thank you, Vidya. Um, yeah. Hello, everyone. Again, I'm really sorry about that. There was a technical glitch, so we couldn't go live at 7. So we've come back again. New restart. Okay. So with that, let me just start off again. I first of all, let me introduce everyone to what Ankuram 360 is. Ankuram 360 is a NGO that is working to uplift education from every standard in the society, in schools, in even in thoughts. So we are trying to get the education as much as into the society as well as to the common man, not just to children. So our idea of education is everybody needs to have a new thinking process or a new thought process. So we at Ankuram 360 are a small group of volunteers who've come together, who's trying our best to see that something good is being contributed to the society from our side, our small side. Yeah, and with that we have come up with an idea of sharing and talking about things that are less spoken about. So in this fast world, I suppose we need to talk about sustainable energy, which is why we have our podcast series which is dedicated to sustainable energy. So the last previous one we had spoken about how we can have how we can have waste management and how well the government is supporting us with that. So this time we have solar energy, and we are going to talk about solar energy. We are trying to understand what is solar energy, to what extent the government can help us in using this sustainable energy. And you all know, probably most of you have come across in the newspapers that the November 26th was our dear Prime Minister had launched the Reinvest. That is, Reinvest is a program that is conducted for green sustainable energy, and this is the third time that we are having a sustainable energy. The previous one was in 2018, and before that it was in 2015. So we had one on November 26th this year, and it was huge because for India wide it is so special is because we have 220 gigawatts of sustainable energy that we are investing in, and we have that much of source here in India. So I think it is time that we start talking about sustainable energy and how we can keep it well in our future. Yeah, with that I also want to welcome our dear volunteer Miss Diksha, who's with us, who will be talking about solar energy and why is it so necessary that everybody needs to know about this. So Diksha, welcome. Namaskara. ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? Okay, so Diksha, when you say about solar, one thing that comes to my mind is solar watches. I remember, when I was small, I had a Casio watch which was solar, and this solar solar watch, I used to have fun playing with it. I used to cover it and see whether it works or not. But tell me something a little more about solar. Where else can I use it, or what exactly is solar energy, and why should we start thinking about solar energy?
Yeah, okay. Solar energy is the. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, yeah, very, very audible. Yes.
Yeah. They immediately work light heat from the sun. So this can be turned into other usable forms using technology. So as I said, solar calculators and solar watches, they use sunlight to work. So this is solar energy. So we are using energy given off by the sun.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, even and sun is a sustainable source and it is a renewable source of energy,
Yeah.
and it is responsible for almost every energy, every other energy form on the earth. So yeah, sun is
Okay.
sustainable.
So I think we can start thinking of it in this way also, that Mangalore is getting hotter, so we can start utilizing that also. So I think as in when we have problems, we can come up with a lot of solutions for it. So I think solar can be one small solution for that. But can you tell me something about what exactly is this conversion of solar energy into electrical energy? I mean, how exactly does it occur? Like, what is the science behind it, or what is it that we are thinking of when it comes to converting light into electricity?
See, when the sunlight falls on the solar cells,
Hmm.
there is a mechanism. So there is a mechanism. There is a battery which can convert that sunlight into a heat energy. So this heat energy can be converted into a converted into
Electrical energy, yeah.
electric energy, and we can use this electrical energy for various purposes.
Mhm.
For how, yeah. For,
Okay, so it's basically one small cell that is doing the job. But I remember when I was, like I was mentioning that, as a small kid, I used to cover the cell and check whether, whether my watch or the calculator still works or not. So sometimes I found that when it's an old calculator, it doesn't work. Like, when I cover it, it doesn't work. Is it the same? Like, how can we think of it powering our house? Like, now we are talking about how solar energy can replace the electricity what we get, the hydroelectricity what we get. So how can we think of having, see, in night you don't have solar energy that is coming to us. So how does it work? How do we get there?
yeah, there is a, so yeah, battery is there. No? So whatever the sunlight is captured by the solar panels or that setup, that not only works during not during daytime.
Mhm.
It is stored in a battery, so that can be used during night also.
Okay, okay. So, yeah, right. So, coming to the batteries, I think very recently we have, recently I was talking, I just came across how Tesla has invested a lot in lithium batteries, and how they are trying to utilize this in solar energy also. So, I think that also contributes to how our solar idea goes along, right? So, when it comes to an advanced battery that can store a lot of energy or store a lot of electricity in it, I think that something is what we have to start thinking about. But how sustainable are we talking about? I don't remember going to a shop and asking for a solar panel, because it's costly for a common man. So why is it that we have to think about it, and why should a common man gets it for who gets electricity for a lesser amount start or think of investing in a large panel which is going to be costly for him? Because we know where India is struggling with its own devils. So how do we come across with this?
Yeah, see, it may be costly,
Hmm.
but it is a very worth investment in the long run.
Okay.
See, but to solve this problem, that investment problems, government has been various subsidy programs, and different schemes have been introduced,
Okay.
and loans are provided by the nationalized banks.
Okay.
So I think, and one more thing is, we should think about solar because it is environment friendly. It's not like what fossil fuels which are used in the generation of electricity. Yeah, they produce a lot of pollutants. They emit carbon dioxide. They may be responsible for global warming also.
Mhm.
But whereas solar is not like that. It is completely clean energy.
Yeah.
No pollutants are released to the environment.
Oh, that also
Yeah.
relates to calling it a green energy, which means it's clean
Yeah.
energy. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So, okay, can you tell me where else that I can only think of a watch or a calculator. Where else do we find, or where else can we install a solar panel?
Uh, okay. There are other technology also, like not only the solar panels, there are solar cookers, solar street lights,
Okay.
then
Street lights have come
solar.
across. Two solar cookers are available.
Sorry.
Solar cookers are available. Like seriously, you have a panel that stays out.
Yeah, it is available, but it is not so popular, so we don't know about it much.
Okay. So I think we have to start thinking in that direction also. We have to start moving away from induction cookers and slowly come to solar. So okay, so is how much is government taking considering? I mean, considering this as a as a source of energy for us. Why is it that now in fact we have come up to a place where we are able to get nearly 220 gigawatts of energy, right? We are able to produce that much in our nation. And okay, to the viewers, I just have to say that it is a huge investment from the India's side. Let me tell you that when it comes to solar energy, India is standing at the fourth place. The investment that has gone into sustainable and green energy is too huge. I know we just I don't think everybody knows about it, but I think we have to appreciate what the government has been doing from so long. And with green energy, I think that's quite impressive. So Disha, can you tell us, how exactly the government can help us in getting this solar energy or acquiring solar energy? How can we utilize this at a home level, at a house level?
Yeah, see, government is providing many subsidies. Central government is providing up to 30% of installation cost
Oh,
for
okay.
for rooftop solar power system,
Okay.
and it is providing 90% of subsidy for farmers. Only for farmers, it is giving 90% subsidy
Wow.
for water pumping system, and for all others, 30% is available.
Okay.
And then 2 to 5% of small, it's a 2 to 5% interest loan is available for setting up of solar water heaters.
Like seriously, 2% loans are available for solar panels.
Solar water, yes, solar water heater.
Okay, everybody please note that, because 2% loans are very, very, very low. That's nearly zero. Let me tell you that 2% loans are really small, because I know I am a person who took an education loan. So I know how it works. Yeah, so I think 2% loan is something that we have to put our ears into. So the government is going to give us that much to get
Yes,
into
loan.
sustainable energy. And
Yes.
that's for homes. Like we can install it at homes. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that's very
And
nice.
and even if you're installing this the setup that can produce 3 kilowatts of energy, then 4% of subsidy is available. Only if you're setting up a setup that can produce more than 10 kilowatts,
Okay.
then there is no subsidy. Yeah, then
Okay.
there is no subsidy for there is commercial customers for companies, but they can avail tax benefits. Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
for
Okay.
5 years or up to 10 years, they do not have to pay tax.
Wow.
Yes.
That's really nice. I think since the energy is coming for free, I think we have to start thinking of investing in it. But please also to tell me, like if is it possible to completely power a house, like my house, like if I want this house to be powered only with solar energy, is it possible? Because I can't think of a rainy day. If it's a rainy day, what am I supposed to do?
Rainy days, so solar panels works, but only the efficiency is reduced by 50%. It's not like no power at all during rainy days.
Okay,
Power
okay.
will be, yeah.
So,
And as you said, you can go completely solar. Like there is one person called Dinesh Pagaria from Bangalore.
uh-huh.
Yeah, he has done he has gone completely solar from foundation to complete construction of his house. He has used only solar.
Wow.
So it is not a like there are examples like that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can I think a little more bigger and not just one house, but let's take a colony or let's take a flat that is investing in solar power grid. So how is it possible that way, or is the technology still yet to develop to that?
No, impossible, sir. Yeah. Because yeah, we can set up big what we can use more solar panels so that for example in Bangalore itself that Bangalore city corporation it works now, it started working by using solar energy only. Yeah, they have set up solar panels on the rooftop. And
Okay.
even Bangalore University solar panels have been already set up, and it is estimated that about 1.5 crores of what money is saved in electricity bill for
Wow.
annual units. Yeah, so it is
Can
not
you, can you just repeat that number? How much?
1.5 crores.
Oh my